How's it going today? Tomo Chef here. And today's video will take you through the process of going from a back bend to a back walkover. I hope you enjoy. Phase one of this process is making sure that the athlete has a strong back bend. The way that we do this is by starting by increasing shoulder and back flexibility. By increasing the shoulder and back flexibility, it will make transition into the hands far easier. It will also allow the athlete to get their hands closer to the back of their feet, which will also make it easier for them to get into a kickover or just shift their weight for the flipping over process. Please keep in mind, the closer an athlete can get their hands to the back of their feet, the easier the rest of the back walkover will be. The only way that is possible is by increasing shoulder and back flexibility. Next up, we have phase two, increasing shoulder strength. By increasing shoulder strength, this allows the athlete to be able to handle the force that comes along with the drop in back bends and for more advanced skills like back walkovers and back handsprings. Also, being able to push or pop your way away from the ground makes it easier to finish skills. What we don't want to happen is an athlete who lacks strength, and when the force hits the hands, they crumble. Moving right along into phase three, prepping for the drop. I'm sure if you were to ask any athlete working on these skills, the scariest part of a back bend, back walkover, or even back handspring for most of them is really going to be the transition to the hands. This is where we prep ourselves and build up the athlete's confidence for the drop. Now, there is a reason that we work the shoulders and the upper body before getting to this point. What we want to do is build confidence in the athlete's ability or body before attempting this, so that when we get here, we can simply remind them that you've already done the work in order to do this step. As I'm sure you've already noticed, this portion of the video or this section is going to have the most drills by far. And the reason for this is that I believe since this part of the back bend and the back walkover is going to be the scariest part for most, we want to have as many ways to make them feel comfortable and build confidence as possible. With that being said, we're now moving forward into phase four, which is prepping the staggered back bend. Now, this step for many can be difficult, seeing that most people have taught themselves how to back bend with their feet being even. When you move on to the staggered approach that lends itself for a better back walkover, people can sometimes get tricked up or confuse themselves. So in this step, we also want to have a few different ways to make them feel comfortable in this step. And don't be afraid to use mats. Here we are at phase five, prepping the kickover. With the kickover, a lot of things need to take place in order for it to actually work. One of the things I see people struggle with is not engaging the glutes and lifting with the hips as well as lifting the leg over. Some of the drills you see here will force an athlete to engage the glutes, understand how to use the glutes better, also working on the push and putting them in positions where they can feel the correct muscles necessary in order to finish the kickover. As always, I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and I hope that these drills help. Peace.